So I would like to introduce the reading and watching material prepared for this section. The previous time we have focused on interview preparation, what we shall do before the job interview and while the job interview. And I think you might claim that that information might not be totally relevant for the present context because COVID-19 has created quite a lot of turmoil, and definitely job interviewing has also changed, and quite a lot of people had to take online job interviews. A friend of mine did, actually. And I would like you to think about the way online interview is different from face-to-face interview. Is there any difference? If there is, what kind of difference is it? Then think about yourselves. How would you feel when having to pass, let's say, an online interview? Would you feel more relaxed, more comfortable, more at ease than when having to have a face-to-face interview? Can you think of the advantages of an online interview? What about the disadvantages? Are there any? What would be these disadvantages? Now we discussed the importance of timekeeping, first impressions, what to wear, preparation, practice, and switching off mobile phones when attending face-to-face interviews. But is this still relevant when it comes to online interviews? How shall we manage our time? How can we make good first impressions online? Does it count so much what we wear? Then how shall we prepare? In what way to practice? Shall it be in the same way? Now, concerning the potential interview questions, would they be the same? I would argue that yes, you would be asked more or less the same questions because the interviewers are interested in you, in who you are, what are your strengths and weaknesses. So yes, prepare the same questions. However, there might be some additions, like how have you handled the COVID situation? What have you been doing with your time? Again, the answers to these questions will create a certain impression on the interviewer. And I would like just to wrap up with a quote, actually with the ending of the article I'm suggesting for reading. Keep in mind, ultimately, you shouldn't feel any more nervous about a Zoom interview than you would about a normal one. Video interviews can give you a lot more control over the space that you're in. Plus, you won't need to worry about navigating a new building or neighborhood or arriving there exactly the right amount of early. And just remember, the employer has already selected you from their applicant pile, and they want to meet you. So bring your best self. It's good to keep in mind. So let's now read and watch.